Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Kukio Golf and Beach Club in Hawaii. Mahalo for taking the time to share a snapshot of how we teach and play the game on the Big Island. My name is Matthew Pakkala, and I'm thrilled to spend some time with you. First, I'm going to provide a general overview of a wonderful way to learn the game, and then we'll jump into a specific area of the game and get a little more detailed. Today that area is going to be pitching. The remainder of our time we'll use to give you a quick tip on bunker play. I'm looking forward to it. We all love the feeling of a well-struck shot, the feeling of accomplishment, the feeling of sharing time with friends, the feeling of competition, and even that feeling of pressure. At all skill levels, these are some of the reasons we play this game. I want to help you grow as a player and enjoy yourselves while learning and playing. We're going to dismiss the love-hate relationship we have with the game and promote a sheer love of the process. All of us are on a path in golf, and we would all like to see that path involve constant improvement. This includes the beginning golfer all the way to the touring professional. Players of all levels can learn from our lessons here on the Golf Channel, as I will provide a foundation on which to build an array of shots. We can do this together by understanding the fundamentals in each area of the game, whether it be driving the ball, pitching, putting, course management, or even bunker play. Once comfortable with the basics, we can begin to experiment with different feels and situations and kinds of shots, opening up a world of feel and shots within each area and build confidence with a golf club in our hands along the way. For example, if our subject is ball striking, after working through a few fundamentals, we may discuss how our grip dictates the shape and timing of our golf swing. If the subject is bunkers, we'll talk fundamentals. Then we might hit a high, soft bunker shot, a low running bunker shot, or even that dreaded 50-yarder. These shots involve some basic fundamentals, but also have endless possibilities with unique outcomes. With these tools, our capabilities are limitless on the golf course, and we begin to truly play the game. I emphasize the word play, because we spend a lot of time on the course during one round, and we should enjoy ourselves. We can do that together. Let's go hit some pitch shots. We decided to talk about pitching today. Some of the things good players tell me about pitching that they love are all the options. They love the spin, trajectory, different distances, different shots they can hit, even hitting flop shots. They all know that having a good short game is going to equal lower in scores, and that's exciting. As an instructor, I love pitching because it gives us a chance to educate our hands and arms and how they work during a golf swing. We get to rehearse impact, like a little miniature full swing. We get to feel the subtle relationship between the golf club and our pivot. All of these things are going to help our full swing time in sequence. That's exciting. There's 4 fundamentals that we're going to cover today in pitching. Those are ball position, our weight distribution, our pivot, and our tempo and rhythm. So when we set up to a golf ball, some of the things we're going to look at here are our ball position. We're going to want our ball position forward in our stance. Number 2, our weight distribution is going to be primarily on our left side. That's going to help us make consistent contact with the ball every time. When we swing the club, it's okay to let our right arm be nice and soft and fold, along with our hands. We want to be able to feel the club head. With this swing, the grip's not going to move very far. It's not going to look like this. Be nice and supple, soft hands. When that golf club's on its way down, we're going to have a gentle pivot, and that's our 3rd fundamental. That's going to be the engine that helps get the golf club through to our target. Okay? And then finally, if we can do this with a little bit of tempo and rhythm, we'll maintain our balance, we'll maintain our center, and we'll hit some really crisp golf shots. It'll look something like this. Ball position, weight, and we'll have our pivot and tempo and rhythm. If we can hit pitches like that every time we're around the green, we're going to get up and down a lot, our scores are going to get lower, and we're going to enjoy this game. since we've covered those fundamentals now, let's go ahead and take it to another level of feel. To change my shot, I'm going to keep the same fundamentals, but I'm going to open this club face up a little bit. And what that should do, it should create a little higher ball flight. Now when I open up this club face, a lot of you are going to say, well, Matt, that ball's going to go off to the right. And you know, it just might. But I'll tell you what, if we just lower the handle a little bit, we'll hit it straight at our target. All the fundamentals the same, except the club's going to be open. My weight's left. Ball position's forward. Now just good pivot and rhythm. To take this shot to a whole nother level of feel, what I'm going to ask you to try out there at home is have the feeling when we get through with our pivot that this shaft is leaning forward. So we're going to hold this left hand a little more forward. That's going to help us hit a lower shot. Also, another way to hit a lower shot is just get a club with less loft. But in some situations, this might be the better shot because we can spin it a little more. I think we can make that putt. Another way to hit this shot higher, rather than opening up the club face, is just employ a little bit of a different feeling at impact. So to hit it low, we had the shaft leaning forward. To hit it high, we're going to feel like the shaft's backwards, leaning away from the target. So a couple ways to feel that are feeling like your left wrist is cupped at impact, or feeling like your right hand passes your left. Now this is for an advanced player. It can be pretty scary because you might hit it thin. But if we employ all those fundamentals we talked about at the beginning, you can hit this shot crisp every time because we're using that bounce. It'll look like this. Ball forward, weight forward, tempo and rhythm. I think we can manage that. I encourage all of you to come out here and try all these different shots. Be creative. You know, there's no rules on what club to use around the green. You can use any one you want. I know here in Hawaii, oftentimes it gets really windy, and from 100, 120 yards, I might take out a 7-iron, set up, and just make a nice little pitching swing where I won't lose my balance. I'll hit it solid every time, but instead of hitting that 7-iron, say 160, 165 yards, it'll go about 100, 110 yards, nice and low, stay out of the wind, and it'll bounce up onto the green. It's quite a lovely shot, and it's a lot of fun to play. Why don't we jump over here into this bunker for a quick 60-second tip to get you out of the bunker every time. Come with me. Here's a real quick tip for getting out of the bunkers. We just got done talking about pitching, so we're going to do some of the same things. We're going to get set up with our ball forward, our weight on our left side. The only thing I'm going to change though is I'm going to get a little wider stance, and then I'm just going to move the ball a touch further forward than I would with pitching. That way, when I make my swing, I actually won't contact the ball. I'll end up contacting the sand, and the golf club will do the work. This is what it looks like. That's the quickest and easiest way to get out of a bunker. Again, mahalo for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime soon.